Let's see what we can get out of this. It was cheap. About 27 bucks for a team. Can't beat that. What's up, Dan? Can't beat $27 to get into a case break. Not many products you can break for that cheap. What you're talking about with Flawless, Delgado, I don't really understand the question, but I'll try to answer as best as possible. So there's 3 encased cards. Those typically are the better hits in a... and they're on the top. And then there's a box with like 10 cards in it. But there's no order as to like the best cards in front or the best cards in back. I don't really know exactly what you're asking. It's definitely not jumbled in a mess. It's in a box. But you can see that when I open it up. Sorry, I don't understand your question. Alright, so this is 2015 Prizm football. And then 2016 National Treasures baseball. 2 box, which is half a case, will go next if it's filled. And it's not too far off. So hop in that. Next break, a guaranteed hit. You can't do that, man. Do you know how expensive that would be? A briefcase of Flawless is over $1,000, man. And it's 13 cards. No one breaks Flawless that way. It would be too expensive. It wouldn't make it worth it. That's why I do the serial number. A hit draft of that would be outrageous. And 12 of the 13 people wouldn't make even close to their buyback back. It would be like over 100 a spot. Certain products you can do that with. You can't do that with Flawless. Not with Flawless Baseball. I mean, I feel bad that you skunked, but that's not going to work. I'm sure there's breakers that do that, but when I think up a break format, I try to figure out the cost of the product versus what people are going to have to pay to get in, and then what people are going to get on the secondary market selling, like even if they hit really big, and the odds of people being able to make their money back. Yeah, I know. I don't really think it's the break format that really hurts you. It's just bad luck. A hit draft on Flawless Baseball is... I don't think I would ever fill it, and it's not... It would kill everyone. Like I said, the buy-in would be very high. Alright. Brady. Matt Stafford. Already see a gold. And your gold is a Justin Houston. Justin Houston to the Chiefs. The majority of people that break Flawless break it as a player random like I did today. I don't like those because they're cheap, but you're dealing with 200 plus spots. So I do the serial number, which is the middle ground. You do a hit draft, and that's going to be expensive as shit. And trust me, you'll be pissed off when you hit a $20 card for your $100 buy-in. Your first auto is an out of 99. Marcus Peters. Nice hit. Dylan Clement. Marcus Peters, rookie auto. And Nate is gonna be mad. That is 2 straight nice Chief hits. Nate's gonna be pissed. Marcus Peters, beautiful looking card. Koopa. Terry Bradshaw, red. Terrence Williams, blue. This stuff is so cheap right now. If you're looking for a case break that's fun, I don't know what you can get it for on Blowout, but this was a very cheap case. Andrew Luck, if you can get it for around like $500 on Blowout. This is out of 10. Russell Wilson fireworks die cut to the Seahawks. You're going to bed, Nate? Really? Come on. You'll get something. Russell Wilson. John Elway Prizm. And your next hit to the Bengals, Mario Alford, Dan Crow. Mario Alford. That's out of 350. 350. Green, Jalen Strong. Man, I was such an idiot last year. I went hard on Jalen Strong, and that did not work out well. Matt Stafford. Devin Smith. Calvin Johnson. Green, Jarvis Landry. Jalen Strong. Stephon Diggs rookie card. Yeah, Jack's the Tyler Beede weirdo. Box 2. What up, Jack? What up, Jack? I can't wait to see how many people respond to that post for feedback who I've never heard of before and are just like making up shit so that they can get in the free card. It's going to be funny. But whatever. I'm not like blowing smoke up your ass, guys. I sit around and try to figure out constantly what I can do in here. I mean, ask the other admins. I am like stressing nonstop in the admin chat. Like, what can we do here to make this place better? I want more people to get involved. Looking at other breakers and like what they're doing, and I'm like, what are they doing that we can like build upon, and just everything. I take this shit very, very seriously. A Tyreek Hill blue Prizm. It might still be selling well. Try it out. You never know. $17 to go in the NT filler. And it breaks next, guys. So if you're watching and you can't see the chat, there you go. More Bell. People complained about the Bell, man. Dan, seriously, I'm trying. I emailed a bunch of shops and dealers. It's just hard to get them to sell it to me because they're not allowed to. Tony Romo, Roethlisberger, Bryce Petty, and a Odell Beckham that's out of 50. Odell Beckham purple out of 50. Devin Hester. This stuff is good for the price, man. I am telling you. It's not Topps Chrome, and it's not 2016, But this class is undervalued right now. Sammy Coates, blue. Sammy Coates, blue to the Steelers. Travis Oakstad. Fuck SP Game Used. I know it's not the greatest hockey product, but people like it, and it's cheaper. Philip Dorsett, Mariota rookie. RG3 red. Josh McCown. A Terry Bradshaw red out of 99. Malcolm Brown. T.Y. Hilton. Eli Manning. Mariota. And we got a tie-dye Joe Namath out of 25 to the Jets. I love tie-dyes. That goes to Nate. Tie-dye Namath. You don't like OPC Platinum? I like that stuff. Oh, Jack, the brick and mortar. That just means you have to have a physical shop or Upper Deck won't allow distributors to sell to you at cost. You have to wait 180 days from the release date of the product in order for anyone to sell to you. Mario Alford, again, another one. Another Mario Alford. So I cannot get hockey product at cost, which I need to be able to get it at in order to break. Tyler Lockett. There's sometimes I can do it. Frank Gore, but I can't like buy a product at DA Card World price when it first comes out and then break it because I have to be able to pay for shipping, profit, everything, and in order to do that, it's going to have to be higher than DA Card World price, and I'm not going to rape you guys just to break hockey. So that was box 2. The Marcus Peters auto was nice. We got some nice Prizms. I'll never break Anthology again. I'm not touching Leaf hockey ever again. ITG and Leaf can eat a dick. Not ever again. I will never get suckered into that shit. I lost so much money breaking that stuff. I lost a ridiculous amount of money on those products. Never. I'm never breaking wrestling again. I'm never breaking non-upper deck hockey stuff again. Too many times I got begged by people to like break wrestling shit, and then no one took spots in it, and I had to eat the entire case and lost a fuckload of money doing that. Never again! So don't even bother asking about wrestling or NASCAR or weirdo crap like that. I guarantee you there's 3 recommendations for that on that post I made. It's never happening. Because the people that told me to buy it never bought a frickin' spot. I won't even tell you how much money I pissed away buying that stuff because people asked, and then never even touched it. All right. I think we got a tie-dye in here. Yes, we do. UFC Museum was good. I'm talking about, like, wrestling. Like Donald Trump wrestling. I could do more Select, definitely. Although, I don't like this year's Select as much as I liked last year's. Last year's was a lot better. And your tie-dye is a Haloti Nagata to the Detroit Lions. Andy Booth. Out of 25. Olympic curling. Yeah. Out of 25. Nagata. Jerry Rice Prizm. Dan Marino. Vic Beasley. That's a nice one. Red. He's a beast. Oh, man. Eric Rowe. Rookie auto. Dude, that guy was a bust. That goes to Greg Goldfaden. Congrats. 15-16 select. Soccer? I can try. I have to look around and see who has some. I can't get it from my distributor. They're gone. And Dominican Sue Green. Diggs. Delani Walker. Barry Sanders. Todd Gurley. Out of 150. Out of 150, Todd Gurley rookie card. Oh, man, let's get talking on Trump. I could talk for an hour about that guy. Jesus Christ, is Alex Jones running our country now? This is getting ridiculous. Antonio Brown, out of 50, Prizm. Martavius Bryant. Your next auto is a monster, guys. It's a Ben Koyak. Ben Koyak. Also to Greg Goldfaden. Goldfaden, let me know if you want me to one-day sub these for you. I will get... That's out of 99. Whoa. I will make sure I get those right out to Kate. Rashad Green. RG3. Jerry Rice. Todd Gurley. Jarvis Landry. Josh Shaw. McCoy. Newton. Next box. Damn, Goldfaden is tearing this case apart. Eric Rowe base and Ben Koyak out of 99. He may actually close up his dentistry practice tomorrow after hitting that. That's almost better than Sebastian's non-auto plate that he hit in draft. Whew. That is crazy. Honestly, guys, it's not even worth ripping the rest of this case. I mean, we already hit the case hit. What's the point? Am I right? So, tomorrow is case breaks. We got Bowman's Best, High Tech, Gold Standard. Shit, what else was on there? There was a random team one, I forget. We can do Immaculate Football, some more boxes of that. Gold Standard basketball is awesome. I love that stuff. Seriously though, Gold Standard basketball, I really, really like that stuff. I wish that more people in here got into it, because I would break that constantly. I really, really like that product. It was a fun rip. And the cards are awesome looking. But there's just not enough basketball following in here. Even guys, you guys, even if you don't like basketball, so what? It's money. Money. Sell the shit. Peyton Manning. Matt Ryan. Roethlisberger. Peyton Manning out of 50. CJ Spiller. Buck Allen. I am super sarcastic. And to the Saints, Stephon Anthony. Nate Smith. Cornelius Randolph, absolutely. Jake Sweeney, not a chance. Throw it out. Franklin Colomb, yes. Franklin Colomb is probably going to be a closer, but a really good one. Cornelius Randolph, definitely. He was a first-round draft pick. Bishop Sankey. Emmanuel Sanders. Greg Jennings. Jawan Edwards. Randolph is abso-freaking-lutely. Jake Sweeney you can throw out. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Mariota. Joe Namath, out of 50. Des Bryant. And your next auto to the Colts. Josh Robinson, out of 150. Anthony Calarulo. Take the Jake Sweeney autos and donate them to a meth clinic. J.J. Nelson. Devontae Freeman. Josh Robinson. Desmond Lewis. Hold on to that rookie. David Johnson rookie. Jason Witten Green. Michael Dyer. Plenty of boxes left. Still no big auto. But you know it's coming. What Cornelius Randolph do you have? Is it like a base Bowman Chrome? I might, if it's color, I might take it off you. I have about a third of his rainbow done gem. But I just like never have time to go looking for shit. Yes, you could probably use it for toilet paper. It might hurt a little because it's chrome. If I was going to use cards for toilet paper, I'd probably use like Heritage. It's a little more cardboardy-ish. Chrome's probably going to chafe your asshole after a couple wipes. I don't know if I'd use that. If you get a nice palm on it and it's a refractor, it's going to be smooth, so you might be able to get a nice clump of shit out. But if it was like a really dry shit and there's not like any like solids left in there, you probably don't want to use chrome because you'll lacerate your butthole. I think Heritage would probably be better for that. It's a softer cardstock. But I mean, you can try. I've never personally tried it myself, so I can't give an informed opinion on it. This is just an educated guess. So you should do it, and you know, let us know. Yeah, it would probably feel great on hemorrhoids. You should take an absolute glass card and wipe your ass with that. That wouldn't hurt at all. So how excited are you guys to find out that not only is there a massive media conspiracy to lie about Donald Trump's crowd size, but there's also now one that is keeping it a huge secret that there was 5 million people who voted illegally in the election of Donald Trump. He doesn't care because he still won, but 5 million people voted illegally, which would then mean that all those Republican congressmen that won, all their elections would be under suspicion then. Julius Peppers out of 75. That was a nice looking card. Julius Peppers. Eli Manning, Richard Abraham's favorite quarterback. And to the 49ers, Eric Armstead. 49ers, AJ Magarachi. David Johnson, rookie Prizm. I'm going to top load that. Joik Bell. Bryce Petty. David Johnson, rookie Prizm. Future MVP. Peyton Manning. Larry Fitz. Antoine Goodley. Antonio Brown. Russell Wilson. Tyler Lockett. You know what we should do? Oh, it doesn't matter. My point is more that he's like still talking about it. 2 months after the election, and he's still crying over it. The dude's weird. Melvin Gordon. What? Why is this upside down? Dorial Green Beckham? Where's our autos? There's one. This is pretty good. Brett Hundley out of 30. Green to the Packers. Brett Hundley out of 30. Brett Hundley's a dude to watch out for, man. He is good. Just not going to get a chance because he's got Aaron Rodgers in front of him. But that's what they said about Aaron Rodgers. Brett Hundley, rookie auto out of 30. 29 of 30. Anthony Colarulo. He's the president? So he gets to lie? Mohamed Sanu upside down. I don't know why. Dez Bryant. Justin Houston Green. Oh, yeah, I don't understand why he's complaining. He's just making himself look like a fool. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that someone who supports Trump is able to understand that what he's doing is idiotic, whether you support him or not, and he needs to just get to work. Worry about important shit. I'm done, worrying about, like, the politics and shit of everything. The campaign's over. I'm just sick and tired of hearing about dumb shit like the size of his crowd and all this other crap. Get to work, buddy! Thick shit. Who's the best backup quarterback in the league? I'm not really sure. Let me think about that. Who's the best? Best backup quarterback. My mind's like going blank right now. I can't even think of who backups are. Well, Brett Hundley, I don't really know if I'd put him as the best backup because he hasn't really gotten a shot to play in many NFL games, so it would be hard to evaluate him. But the best backup, I know this is going to sound crazy, but look what Nick Foles did when he came in. Garoppolo, there you go, there's one. Look what Nick Foles did when he came in this season as a backup. But there's a reason why he's a backup, because he's been shit as a starter outside of 1 year. trying to think of who the other backups are. Hundley has amazing upside. I just don't think that I would put him in discussion as a best backup because we really haven't been able to see what he's able to do in a real game. He's been amazing in the preseason, and he's got a ton of talent. Matt Moore. Danny Shelton looking as fat as possible in that card. Who wants, Greg, do you want your Aguilar base graded as well? Gale Sayers. Kaepernick. DeMarco Murray. Dan Marino. Jesse James. Russell Wilson. Tony Romo. Kevin White. Nah, I don't buy that. Garoppolo isn't Matt Castle. Matt Castle was an absolute nobody. Kevin White. Michael Dyer. And here's a nice hit, man. It's Tevin Coleman. Rookie auto out of 30 to the Falcons. Adam Levine. Tevin Coleman. Rookie auto out of 30. And last year, this wouldn't have been a big deal. After what he's done this year, that is a big deal. 5 of 30. Tevin Coleman. Adam Levine. And he going to the Super Bowl. Fuck it, let's take a pick of it. It's not really pick worthy, but we haven't taken a pick in a while. Let's take a pick. You don't have to hold up paper. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo was a pretty well-hyped quarterback coming out of college. Cassell was kind of junk. He was a backup quarterback that just came out of nowhere. Justin Hardy, red. Another David Johnson base. Brady, Rivers. Andre Ellington out of 75. Vincent Jackson. And your next auto goes to the Vikings. DeVaris Daniels out of 100. Vikings are Anthony Colarulo. Anthony Colarulo. 6 boxes left. Halfway through the case. I don't think he's going to be a superstar, but he's a hell of a lot better than Matt Castle. Matt Castle was mediocre. I don't really buy the theory that Belichick's system is more relevant to their success than Tom Brady, because Belichick's system when he was in Cleveland wasn't winning Super Bowls. It's a combination of things. It's a combination of having the greatest quarterback of all time and one of the greatest head coaches of all time. That's why they've been so dominant. It's not one or the other. For all we know, it could have a lot to do with these quarterbacks. Whoa, there's a nice one. It could have a lot to do with these quarterbacks being under the tutelage of Tom Brady for as long as they were. He didn't get fired. The team moved. And, you know, they were like, Brady's the best quarterback of all time. I mean, it's time for that to just be a fact. It's hard to argue with that. It's really hard to argue with that at this point. I mean, his team's now going to their 7th Super Bowl. The Montana comparisons are falling to the wayside at this point. And if he wins this one, I really don't understand. I don't get how anybody can argue that Joe Montana was better than Tom Brady. They may have fired him, but it was mainly because the team was moving to Baltimore. It wasn't like they fired him because he stunk, because they were actually doing pretty well up until when Art Shell said they were moving the team, and then basically the whole team in the city just gave up. Brett Hundley tie-dye. That's out of 25, a Brett Hundley tie-dye. So you got an out of 30 and an out of 25, Colarulo. 2 really nice Brett Hundley rookie autos to hold on to there. Chris Conley, blue. Tannehill. Different eras, but, I mean, still, what Tom Brady's been able to do is even more dominant than Montana. I mean, Montana didn't win like 15 straight division championships, go to 6 straight AFC championships. There were periods when Montana's team barely made the playoffs, let alone do that. This is Mariota Prizm. Mariota Prizm. I find it really hard to find a valid argument for Montana to be better than Tom Brady. A lot of people, what's this? Damn it. Keep thinking it's an auto because it's upside down. Mario Alford. I know people like to, quarterbacks that played in their childhood or a couple decades ago, they do it with basketball too, with Jordan and LeBron. Whoever's playing currently, they sort of downplay what they've done. Carson Palmer. But the fact is that he's just better, man. Name one athlete. Name one athlete that has been able to accomplish with the dominance that Tom Brady has accomplished in his sport over a 15-year period. Tiger Woods comes to mind. What's his face from tennis? Didn't Bjorn Borg like just annihilate the tennis world for like 10 straight years? Eddie Goldman, Mike Tyson, when he was just like annihilating people and knocking everyone out unbelievably until he met Buster Douglas. That's the kind that we're talking about, man. Like, and the cheating thing, that's like calling him. That's like the Barry Bonds argument. I don't like getting into that stuff. Let's talk about what we actually know for sure. There's been like 6 other people that have been caught taping other teams' practices. So I don't really get into that. Let's talk about what we actually know for sure. And that's stats, and that's the games that have been played. This innuendo and this like rumor mill with the this happened, that happened. None of that's actually been proven to be fact. So, I just, until, there we go. Here's, shit. Jameis Winston, red rookie auto. And that goes to Richard Delgado out of 99. Jameis Winston. Bonds is arguably one of the greatest position players of all time in baseball. And when we get into the steroid stuff, I just ignore that because there's so much you can argue against it. Hank Aaron was on amphetamines his whole career. Jameis Winston. There you go, Delgado. You happy now? You've gotten the best hit so far. You got a big team and you hit with it. We gotta break more of this stuff. It's so cheap and it's fun. $27 a spot? Come on. I'll admit, Belichick's done a lot of shady shit in his time as a coach. But other teams have been caught doing stuff too. Which would lead you to believe that a lot of this stuff is widespread throughout the NFL. So it's much like the steroid problem. Is it really something where you... So the point I'm trying to make isn't that it's okay that they did it. It's that if you're finding so many examples of it in an era, like say a 10-year period, then you can reasonably assume then that most teams or most players are doing it. And therefore, if most teams and most players are doing it, it's not an edge. So it's not something that you can bring into the debate and say like, oh, well, the only reason that Brady's stats are so good and the only reason that he's so good is because he cheated, because it's actually a level playing field if the majority of people in the league are doing it. That's always been my argument. Like, it cancels out the claim that, oh, well, Montana was better because he didn't cheat. Well, Tom Brady has dominated in his era. And if most of the people in the era are cheating, he's still dominating. And we really don't know if Joe Montana didn't do stuff, too, to give himself an edge. Broncos, Shane Ray. Shane Ray rookie card to the Broncos out of 150. Jared Hoop. Jared Hoop. Yeah, Edgar deserves to be in. It's kind of ridiculous that he's not. But that's because he's a DH, which is a stupid reason, because Frank Thomas is in, and Frank Thomas played the majority of his career at DH. JPP. James Harrison. Jeremy Maclin. Brian Bennett. Matt Ryan. Tom Brady. Larry Fitz. Deshaun Mariota. Amari Cooper. Prizm. Yeah, I mean, people have cheated in every era of every sport. That dude, Devin Hester, Devontae Freeman. It's just that the time that we live in now is, 24-hour news oriented. every single thing is covered to the finest little detail. So it seems like it's more rampant now and more egregious now than it was in the past. But it's been happening in every era of sports. I mean, Tom House admitted that when he played in the 60s and the 70s, that there was a higher percentage of players using, what are you talking about? The Cooper? The Prizm? Why? A higher percentage of players using amphetamines back then than there were using steroids in the 90s and the early 2000s. I don't think Big Papi's first ballot. I wouldn't say he's first ballot. You think he's as good as Ken Griffey Jr. and Greg Maddux and those guys? I don't know about that. He's an early ballot guy, though. The fact that he was such a late bloomer and he didn't really turn into a star until he was like 26 is going to hurt him. All right, I top-loaded it. I didn't realize that. Thank you. And then it's also going to hurt him because of his PD shit. Which is something I don't understand. If Big Papi's going to get in, when he tested positive for PEDs and was suspended for it, why aren't you going to let guys like Bonds in? Why aren't you going to let a guy like Roger Clemens in? I mean, Pudge Rodriguez was an obvious PED user. Jeff Bagwell. Why were those guys just put in the Hall? Why was Pudge Rodriguez a first ballot Hall of Famer and Barry Bonds, who is one of the greatest players, one of the top 5 players of all time, isn't allowed to get in? There's so much hypocrisy. It's not even funny. If you look throughout history, Colarulo, they have cheated in every single era. And the Hall of Fame is hypocritical. You can't keep one era's players in when they cheated. Cheating is cheating. It doesn't matter if your cheating was more effective than another era's. If you went into the game knowing that you were using something that was going to enhance your play and it's not allowed, which it wasn't allowed, that's cheating. And it's the same no matter what happens. So I don't get it. I don't get why one group of people are given a pass and then another group of people aren't. And you're exactly right, Oakstad. You're exactly right. It has nothing to do with what they did. It has to do with people didn't like Barry Bonds. That's why. People didn't like Barry Bonds. It has nothing to do with the fact that he cheated. It's because Barry Bonds wasn't nice in front of a microphone. Well, Mickey Mantle was a fucking alcoholic and treated his kids like shit. Half the guys from up until like the 1970s were raving racists. I'll never agree with that. And before Bonds even cheated, he was a Hall of Famer, so. I think Papi belongs in a Hall of Fame. Bonds belongs in a Hall of Fame. You can't keep one group of people out for one infraction and then have all these other people in and make legends out of them. It's hypocritical, and it doesn't make sense, and it's stupid. But anyway, the Packers are straight up killing this. Brett Hundley and Ty Montgomery duel relic auto. Out of 149. Anthony Colarulo. I've had this debate so many times with people. Ty Montgomery and Brett Hundley. Hank Aaron took speed before games. And whether it didn't make his body mass grow and he didn't hit his home runs 20 feet longer, but he was also able to have an amazing batting average and play for a lot longer. So that helped quite a bit. And most of the steroid user accused guys in baseball will tell you that the reason they took it was to get over injuries faster, not necessarily to hit home runs more. That just seemed like it was more important to them than being able to hit a ball 10 feet longer. And I'm sure the guys that used amphetamines in the 60s and 70s, they didn't have steroids available to them back then. So if they were going to use amphetamines back then and somebody came up to them and like, here's these steroids, what would keep them from using steroids? I mean, if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat, you know? Alan Hearns. I mean, Tim Raines just got inducted, and he used cocaine on the field. He admitted to having vials of coke in his pocket while he was riding on the base, or running on the base paths, and he one burst while he was running. Bishop Sankey. I mean, and that's an illegal narcotic. Desmond Lewis, Buffalo Bills. 11 left in NT, guys. That comes after this. We're almost done, too. It's been a fun case so far. I want to break more of this shit. It's so cheap. Might as well. Melvin Gordon, blue. Not numbered. Melvin Gordon. We need another big hit, though. It's been an all Brett Hundley case. Todd Gurley, rookie. Clay Matthews. P.J. Williams. Aaron Rodgers, blue. Devin Smith. Terry Bradshaw. Another fucking Brett Hundley. Man, did my... Just turn the heat on in here? It got like 20 degrees hotter in here, man. I agree with you, man. I'm pissed at Bonds, not because I really worry about the integrity of the game and stuff, because of what I said, like how players were doing it all throughout. What pisses me off about Bonds is that he couldn't just put his ego aside. The guy was gonna be one of the greatest position players ever, whether he used steroids or not. You're a little behind in the argument here, Oakstad, because I already addressed what you just said. What pisses me off is that he was going to be amazing no matter what. So why the fuck use them? You're already going to be a 600 home run guy. You're already going to be a guy with one of the best on-base percentages, or OPS, of all time. You're already going to be so many things. So why fuck up your legacy and take that risk and use performance-enhancing drugs? Why? Because McGuire and Sosa had that home run chase, and he's like Donald Trump, and he's so insecure and like needs to have his ego stroked. So he had to join the team and use them so that he could, you know, best them the next season or the season after. That's what pisses me off about Bonds. Because, like, guys like McGuire and Sosa, they were, like, middling superstars. Like, they don't... Mark McGuire's a borderline Hall of Famer. If you look at his stats, he was just a masher, and that was it. And he could barely do that effectively. He was injured most of his career. But Barry Bonds could do a hell of a lot more than hit a home run. And that's what pisses me off most about him, is throwing away that opportunity at a legacy. Oh, that's definitely the part of it. You got to be kidding me. Look at this, Delgado. We hit another one. You got two now. Two Jameis Winston Reds in the same fucking case. Same case. Out of 99, Jameis Winston, Delgado. That is weird. Clemens deserves to be in there too, man. And I can't stand Clemens. I think Clemens is a bigger asshole than Bonds is. And why do I think Clemens? Because Clemens got up in front of a judge and lied. And continued to lie. At least Bonds sort of admitted to it. I mean, he did get charged with perjury, but at least at one point he did sort of admit to it in a grand jury that was leaked. Clemens still lies to this day. This case, this stuff's awesome, man. I'm telling you. It's flying under the radar. It's so cheap. And look at what we're hitting here. I know some people are going to skunk, but it's 27 bucks. So we should do more of this shit. Hopefully I can still get some at that price. Here we go. Jeremy Hill. Shane Carden, DeMarco Murray, Roethlisberger, Deshaun Jackson. Colorado, are you in that group, Ball Game Heroes? You should get in there, man. We have debates like this all the time. It's great. Ryan Tannehill, Brandon LaFell. These things continually are upside down. Yeah, Clemens was kind of a dirtbag about it. James Harrison. Todd Gurley Blue. Those are not numbered, but I'll top load it. Todd Gurley Blue rookie card. I agree, man. I don't think any of them are great people. I just think the Hall of Fame needs to be more... I can't think of the word. More consistent in their criteria, because the people they're letting in and then the people they're like punishing, it doesn't make any sense. Tom Brady. Another massive Ben Koyak hit for Goldfaden. Mike Evans. That's out of 75 Goldfaden. Like I said, I can send that in on a one-day sub. Just let me know. Another Shane Ray. Jared Hoop. You got two Shane Rays now. And with how many people have been caught doing it, in my opinion, they're all suspect. And that includes guys like Griffey. I know he didn't blow up and stuff like that, but look at him. He has two catastrophic injuries right when all that stuff is, you know, at its peak. I can't believe that he didn't try it at least once or twice. Oh, well then, Kamarulo, you must have seen my rants on this exact topic before. Free one-day sub and still be in the hole. This stuff is really cool for the price, man. Definitely worth it. Who do you even have, Casey? The Chargers? It's kind of quieted down a little bit, that group, Colorado, but it's really entertaining. It was really lively a couple weeks ago. I just try to troll, what's it called? Falcons fans. Utley didn't start playing until after all that shit was done with. Mandatory testing had to have been in by around 2004. All right, second to last box. Is there another Red Winston in here? Denzel Perryman. Chris Carter. Marcus Mariota, red rookie. That's not numbered, though. Marcus Mariota. Andrew Luck, Drew Brees, Diggs. J.J. Watt. James Harrison. These keep being upside down. Danielle Hunter. Nice. Whoa, very nice. Tyler Lockett tie-dye. Seahawks. Cliff Sager. Hell of a case so far. Tyler Lockett tie-dye auto. 20/25. Hopefully his career's not over, because he was just starting to like materialize as a big player, and then he had that crazy injury. Has any Seahawk fans, ride out, you got an update on him? Like, because when it first happened, they were talking about like possible career-ending injury. I hope not. That would really stink. But that is a nice hit right there. Really nice hit, man. Congrats, Sega. D. Thomas, David Johnson rookie. He better, because he was just starting to show his talent. Woodson. Marcus Wheaton. Antoine Goodley. Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning. Philip Dorsett. Kyle Rudolph, out of 50. Matt Ryan. And your next auto to the Chargers, Titus Davis. There you go, Casey. You're on the board with your Titus Davis. Byron Jones. And one box left. Really cool case. Yeah, I saw a headline. I didn't get to read the article, though. What do you guys think? You want me to get some more of this? For the price, it seems like it's definitely worth it. Let me know. Especially with how 2016 football is right now. You can't even get 2016 Prizm unless you want to pay an arm and a leg. Get more? I agree. I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, how can you not? How can you not buy a spot when it's 27 bucks? And you can make, even if you get a shitty team and you hit a couple prisms, you could like sort of possibly maybe make half that back. Your credit card? Alright, let's get one more big auto in here. And then hopefully NT is filled. What a way to end this shit! What a way to end this. That was perfect. This is so awesome. Wait till you see this. Alright, I'll check it out, Delgado. You ready, guys? Out of 35 to Greg Goldfaden, Nelson Aguilar, rookie auto. Boom! Greg Goldfaden. Yeah, don't put this on Instagram. Nelson Aguilar. Mariota, rookie Prizm. That is awesome. He's got Nelson Rice. Hell yeah. Nelson Stallworth. Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Joik Bell, stuck together card, Philip Dorsett, I don't know why that was backwards, Max Williams. See you right out. Watching me do it where? Charles Woodson. Emmanuel Sanders. Walter Payton out of 99. Shane Carden. Matt Stafford. Joe Flacco. Teddy Bridgewater. Marcus Mariota. Michael Floyd. Victor Cruz dropping a pass in a card. And your final auto goes to the Raiders, Josh Harper. Raiders were Dan Shaver with the Josh Harper. We should do like a 2015 football stack night because all the 2015 stuff went down, but it's stupid because the value's still there. Like Winston and Mariota are still going to be awesome quarterbacks. Todd, another Aguilar. This one's blue and it's out of 150. Chris Carter, Ben Roethlisberger, Marino, Dwayne Bowe, and that is it. Dwayne Bowe. NT's full, guys. It is full. So here's a recap of the Prizm break, and it was a lot of fun for a cheap case break, guys. We definitely need to do this again. Josh Harper, Mariota, the biggest hit in the case, the out of 35, Aguilar. Titus Davis, Tyler Lockett out of 25, Mariota, Shane Ray, Todd Gurley, Jameis Winston out of 99, Desmond Lewis, the duel, Hundley, Ty Montgomery, Mari Cooper SP, Shane Ray, another Winston, Eddie Goldman, Mariota, Brett Hundley out of 25, DeVaris Daniels, Tevin Coleman out of 30, Brett Hundley, David Johnson, Eric Armstead, Josh Robinson, Stephon Anthony, another massive hit for Goldfat, Ben Koyak, Todd Gurley, another big hit for Goldfat, and Eric Rowe, who currently is bagging groceries in California. Haloti Nagata tie-dye, Mario Alford, Namath tie-dye, Sammy Coates, Mario Alford, gold out of 10, Russell Wilson, Marcus Peters out of 99, and a gold Justin Houston. $12 a team. Yeah, it's kind of shitty though. 2015 Tech. You mean football? Football's really bad. I would not do 15 Tech. 15 Tech football, 15 Inception football, and 15 Strata football are so bad. Especially Strata. Strata football, 2015 Strata football has got to be one of the worst football products ever made. DA Card World was giving away 2015 Tech football for free for a while. Boxes, like if you spent over a certain amount of money, you got a free box. It was really bad. Oh yeah, definitely. Prices really went down. So I would love to do like 2015 Prizm, 2015 Contenders, 2015 Chrome stack break, similar to like what we did with 2016 Bowman stuff. I think that would be kind of cool. It would be more expensive because Contenders is still a little pricey. But it'd still be cool. So, check out NT. Bang the cards so hard when I put them in the top loader. I don't understand what that guy's talking about. All right. Where's NT? I can't find it. Sorry, guys. I'm like lost the NT post. I don't know where it's at. Oh, duh. Heritage. right. Let's do the randoms.